So I'm a mom, full-time business owner, full-time employee, and I also do some marketing volunteering on the side. Here is my attempt to balance it all. So today is Friday. I work at 2 p.m. today. I plan on going to eat lunch with my son. I have orders to pack and I have to order supplies. It's 9:29 right now. I just got back home from walking my son to school. Now I'm going to figure out my actual plan for the day to make sure that I can at least attempt to get most of my things done. Now, this right here, this is like my handy dandy notebook. This is like Dora's map. This is like the peanut butter to my jelly. This right here. I would not be able to maintain or balance all the things that I have to do if it was not for this handy dandy notebook right here. So I'm a girl who loves to-do lists. I love making to-do lists. I love crossing off to-do lists. I am a to-do list. Me, to-do list, we just go together. We locked in real bad. So that's how I'm going to determine the order that I do everything today. So I pretty much have to create a map in my mind, especially since it's 9:30 now. My son has lunch at 11 and then I have work at 2. So I'm gonna have to do a start, a stop, and then a start back, and then completely shift my gear from business minded to the industry that I'm in to work instead. Today's behind the scene video is sponsored by Astragalus and Goji Berries. Never tried this combo before, but this is what I was feeling this morning, so this is what I made. Cheers. Good. I like it. That's pretty good. Now back to our to-do list. So the thing that helps me stay organized is I put literally everything on my to-do list. I put that I need to make breakfast on my to-do list. Look, let's cover this up. Right there, breakfast. Okay. I have that I need to clean my kitchen on here. I put whether I need to put up clothes, which I do need to do later. Everything aside from the fact that, like, when I sleep and when I shower, like, those may be the only two things that I don't put on here. If I need to meal prep, it's going on here. If I need to grocery shop, it's going on here, which just reminded me, today is a day that I need to grocery shop. Even if I don't grocery shop, let's cross that off. Today is a day where I need to meal plan. If there's bills that I have to pay, that's going on the to-do list. If there's grocery shopping, that's going on the to-do list. And that just helps me know whether my day is going to be spent on business. If I'm doing an activity with my son, it's going on the to-do list. And that's just what keeps me organized, so I can know, hey, today is a day where we can play. We can go outside. We can, hang out with friends. If I'm meeting friends, it's on the to-do list. If I'm doing anything, business, personal, whatever, it's going on the to-do list so that I can know exactly what's going on. Because if it's not on the to-do list, if it's not on a day on the calendar, it will not get done. It just won't. And that's because of the fact that I do put everything on here. So I just stick with that because that's just how it is. So while I'm at it, I'm just going to go ahead and fill in Saturday and Sunday just to go ahead and prep my rest of the week, so I can know what's going on for the next 3 days. Okay, now that that's done, now that I have the actual to-do list written down, the next step is to number it. So that way I can put out a map on paper and in my head so that I know exactly where I'm going and what I'm going to do at any given time. First thing I'm going to do, go eat breakfast. All I've had is this tea so far and I've already exercised for the day. When I'm done eating breakfast, while I'm in the kitchen, I'm just going to go ahead and clean up the kitchen because it's right there. I might clean up the kitchen first. Let's switch that. Because who wants to make breakfast in a dirty kitchen? So we're going to clean the kitchen first. Then we're going to make breakfast. Then I need to print off some labels. Then I'm going to pack the orders. At that point, it'll probably be time for me to get the things for my son to go and have lunch with him. So I'm gonna put that as 5. Next, we're going to have lunch with him, and then after lunch, I'll go ahead and drop off the orders to the post office. That'll probably be it. And I'll probably take about an hour, maybe 30 minutes at least, to gather my bearings. Because one thing about me, I'm gonna rest. You're not gonna catch me working myself to death. If I just so happen to have a lot of things going on, cool, but just know that only reason why I'm being extra productive that day is because I already have a rest day plan. I already have a reward set up for myself, whether that's going to do something that I want to do. You know, I work hard, cool, but I also make sure that I put those things that I want to do on the calendar as well. You're not just gonna catch me work. It's just not my steez. Shout out to the people that do grind hard, grind mode. I'm in like work and then relax mode. Like, especially because now I think it's like my ovulation window, so I have more energy. But if I didn't, you would not catch me just like overexerting myself. Number one, I mean, this applies to both sexes, but as a lady, I just really don't have time to overly stress myself and affect my womb, affect my heart, or affect my cortisol levels. It's just not worth it to me. And the second thing I found is that the time is gonna pass anyways, so you rushing and, you know, figuring out how much time you want to do, like, you're rushing for what? Like, I don't feel more productive when I have to grind hard all day. It's just not my thing. So I'm gonna take 30 minutes for rest. Might scroll on a little ticky-tack a little bit, might edit this video, we'll see, depends on the vibes. And then something else that helps me is that my job is work from home. So I sit in this very spot and I work, and that is the only way that I'm able to maintain being a full-time business owner and a full-time employee. No, I will not be dropping the link. I can give you where I found my job from. It was off of a Facebook group, Work From Home Gem, GEM, and this was from like a year ago. But I will tell you this, if you tell yourself that you want something, you can get it. I told myself I wanted a low stress job, something that was flexible with me being a business owner, something that was in my industry, which is healthcare. Let me see, what else? Not call center based, because you will not catch me working in a call center trying to make 100-something calls per hour. It just was not going to be my thing. And I got that. So if anybody's like, oh my gosh, drop the job. I dropped the person that gave me the job. She does call center based, non-call center based. I had never worked from home, but I definitely tailored my resume to where you would have thought that I worked from home, because I've been a business owner for the last 4 years. That's neither here nor there. If you want me to talk about that, I can do that in another video, about how to get a work from home job with no experience, but you've worked a job before, or you haven't worked a job, you've just lived. You can tailor anything that you've done in life to get a resume, to get yourself a work from home job that you want, period. So I'm coming up on my 10 minutes on here, so this is gonna have to be a second video. But so far, we've at least created the format for my to-do list for today.